to cure colon inflammation. Introduction. Almond gum based hydrogels and bigels were prepared by the chemically induced copolymerization method and used to improve the potential of hydrocortisone drug to treat colon inflammation. The anti-inflammatory action of the almond gum and olive oil is well known and explored in the form of hydrogels and bigels. In the present case, as drug delivery system for the delivery of hydrocortisone drug to cure colon inflammation. Recently, development of suitable dosage forms or drug delivery systems for new drugs to allow their effective, safe, and reliable application to the patient is well explored. Hence, the improvement in drug therapy is a consequence of not only the design of new drug molecules, but also the development of suitable drug delivery systems. The conventional drug delivery systems do not provide ideal pharmacokinetic profiles, especially for the drugs which display high toxicity and narrow therapeutic windows. Hydrogels can swell quickly by imbibing a large amount of water or de-swell in response to changes in their external environment. And this property makes them suitable material for biomedical application, including controlled drug delivery applications. Organogel are jelly-like systems where the organic phase is immobilized in the three-dimensional structure of the self-assembled gelator network. The gelators are usually low molecular weight or non-polymeric compounds, having the capacity of forming network structure in lipophilic solvents. Bigels formulations are obtained by combining hydrogels and organogels. Almond gum. Almond gum is a gel-forming water-soluble dietary fiber. It has binding, emulsifying, and water-holding properties. It is an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. Polyacrylic acid. Polyacrylic acid is a hydrophilic, mucoadhesive, pH-sensitive synthetic polymer. The pH responsible swelling of the polymer make it suitable candidate for colon-specific drug delivery applications. Hydrocortisone. Hydrocortisone is a water-soluble anti-inflammatory drug used for colon inflammation. It cures colon inflammation by reducing cytokines production from T lymphocytic cells. Its oral administration to the colon by various drug delivery devices, including tablets, capsules, and hydrogels, has been reported in order to prevent the side effects. Aims and objectives: to synthesize the almond gum, polyacrylic acid-based hydrogels and bigels by chemically induced copolymerization method, to characterize these polymers by SCM, NMR, FTIR, and XRD, to study in vitro release dynamics of model drugs hydrocortisone, to study blood biocompatibility, antioxidant activities, mucoadhesion, and gel strengths of the polymers. The material used: almond gum, acrylic acid, and hydrocortisone. Synthesis. The synthesis was carried out by a definite concentration of monomer acrylic acid, almond gum, initiator, ammonium persulfate, and crosslinker NNBA, taken in a reaction system in a water bath at 65 degrees Celsius for 2 hours. The synthesis of organogel was carried out by the addition of definite content of olive oil and organogelator for 10 minutes at 65 degrees Celsius. The bigels were prepared by blending of definite content of organogels with definite contents of hydrogels at 65 degrees Celsius. This is the pictorial representations for the formation of hydrogels. All these substances were used under these conditions. Characterization: SCM, Arum-13 NMR, FTR, XRD. Biomedical properties: hemolytic potential, thrombogenic behavior, antioxidant activities, mucoadhesion, and gel strengths. Results: these are the SCM pictures of the almond gum and the polymer synthesized. The hydrogel showing the heterogeneous nature of the polymer formed. These are the FTR structure of the amalgam, hydrogels, organogels, and bigels, showing the more intensity of these peaks in case of hydrogels and also in case of bigels. This will confirm the formation of these polymers. These are the carbon-13 NMR structures of the amalgam, hydrogels, and bigels, showing more intensity of these. This is the characteristic peak of the hydrogels, bigels, and amalgams, showing more intensity in case of hydrogels, confirming the formation of hydrogels polymers as well as these bigel polymers. These are other peaks for the other carbons present in these systems. These are the XRD pictures of the amalgam and the hydrogel formed, showing more crystallinity in case of polymer synthesized. These are the swelling studies of the polymer formed, showing more swelling in a 7.4 medium, then 2.4, then 2.2 medium. This is due to the ionization of the COH group in the basic medium, and there is a repulsion of CO negative moieties. So that is why more swelling in case of 7.4 medium. These are the drug release dynamics of the hydrocortisones in case of hydrogels and bigels, showing more drug release in case of pH 7.4 buffer correlates to these swelling structures. And the diffusion mechanism is non-Fickian. These are the correlation coefficients of different drug release models for release profile of hydrocortisones from hydrogel and bigels. And in case of hydrogels, these the maximum value of R square in case of Higson-Crowell model and correspond to this particular model, and in case of bigel correspond Peppus model. These are the biomedical properties of these polymers, showing the bigels showing more biocompatible behavior than that of hydrogels. Hydrogels are somewhat more mucoid acid than that of hydrogels. As far as antioxidant properties is concerned, bigel are more antioxidant than that of hydrogels. And these are the gel strength characteristics of these polymers. The hydrogels are more having more gel strengths. Finding and results. In conclusion, hydrogels and bigels properties were influenced by the composition of material. The addition of organogel in the hydrogels affected the swelling, mechanical, and other properties of the polymers. The swelling reduced with the introduction of organogels in the hydrogel due to the increase in lipophilicity of the drug delivery carriers. Biomedical properties improved as the presence of gum enhanced the antioxidant activities. However, the addition of organogel in hydrogel has reduced the gel strengths. The value of hemolytic index was less than 2%, indicating the biocompatibility of the materials. The stability of bigels in colonic pH was confirmed by leaching. The release of hydrocortisone from hydrogels occurred by non-Fickian diffusion, and it was best fitted in Higson-Crowell kinetic model in the solution of colonic pH 7.4. And this is the nobility of the work. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to ask Dr. Jericho if he is having any question or suggestion to tell. Dr. Jericho.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, thank you for that wonderful presentation.
Thank you very much, sir.
Coming up with such kind of study. May I just want to ask your specific research design that you have incorporated in your research undertaking? What specific research design have you incorporated?
Sir, we are preparing the drug delivery devices for the delivery of drugs in a targeted way. to a specific site. That is all in this study.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that answer, sir. I guess uh, it was only my question for your
Okay.
presentation. Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you, Dr. Jericho, sir. Professor Dr. Paresh Shah, sir, if you have any question to ask.
Yes, Yajendra Kumar, it's a very nice presentation have been done by you. I have no question from my side.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much,
Good
sir.
afternoon. Yes, Yajendra Kumar, I am not being in a position to understand more. So I have no question from my side. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Rajendra Kumar, sir. It was a wonderful presentation.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Now, moving toward our next presentation. Manuscript ID is IMCCRT 2023-4069. Paper entitled as Design of Neem Gum Based Hydrogels for Drug Delivery and Wound Dressing Applications. So I request presenter to please unmute and share the screen.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'm audible to you, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
My title of presentation is Design of Neem Gum Based Hydrogels for Drug Delivery and Wound Dressing Applications. Introduction. Epidemic chronic wounds affect world population both in terms of health and economy. It is growing rapidly due to increasing factors including an aging, diabetes, obesity worldwide, and healthcare costs. Recently, serious attempts have been made to care of wound health. Wound dressing are usually used to encourage the various stage of wound healing and to create better healing conditions. Wound dressing often cover the wound surface to accelerate its healing. Now, polysaccharide-based hydrogels. Application of polysaccharide hydrogel wound dressing material is one of well-recognized recent development in this area. Polysaccharide have been applied as therapeutic agent for wound healing and for the design of hydrogel dressings, which have the ideal characteristics of the hydrogel dressing. Polysaccharide-based hydrogel dressing have been recognized as alternatives to traditionally cotton gauze type dressing materials. In the present work, an attempt will be made to design as a directa indica gum-based wound dressing. As a directa indica gum, it is a tasteless, water-soluble, bright yellow colored, and viscous gummy polysaccharide, and it is locally called neem gum. It belonged to Malaceae family and was a complex of heteropolysaccharide with high molecular weight and large molecular size. It has wide range of therapeutic potential, including antioxidant, antifungal, anti-inflammatory reactions. It has been used in various pharmaceutical applications such as emulsifier, gelling, and film forming agent. Now, this is the mode of bonding in structure of aza directa indica gum. Now, carbopol. Carbopol is a hydrophilic polyacrylic acid cross-linked polymer which exhibit film-forming bioadhesive properties useful in biomedical applications, including wound dressing. Carbopol is essentially non-toxic and non-irritant material with no evidence of their hypersensitivity in human object when used topically. Polyacrylamide is a hydrophilic, mucoadhesive, and biocompatible polymer. Hydrogels based upon the polyacrylamide are hydrophilic, pH sensitive, and it has been used to develop a specific drug delivery system. Now, moxifloxacin. Moxifloxacin is a broad spectrum antibiotic that is very effective against these bacteria when applied directly to the wound. Moxifloxacin is an effective antibiotic drug in treating infection wounds. Moxifloxacin is effective for a large number of acute and chronic infections. Experimental material used as a directa indica gum, carbopol, polyacrylamide, and moxifloxacin. Now, this is the synthetic route for preparation of hydrogel, and these are the characterization by SEM, AFM, FTIR, 13C NMR, TGA, DTG, and XRD studies. Now, these are the biomedical properties. hemolytic potential done by RBC disruption, thermogenic behavior by gravimetric method, antioxidant activity by DPPH and FC reagent method, mucodism by texture analyzer, oxygen permeability by Winkler method, water vapor permeability by gravimetrically using desiccant method, and last microbial penetration. These are the result of AIG cross-linked carboxyl-co-acrylamide, and these are the SAM and AFM image of polymer showing surface morphology of prepared polymer. These are the FTR spectra of neem gum and polymer cross-linked polymer showing various intensity peak of a very functional group present in polysaccharides. And this is the 13C NMR spectra of gum and AIG cross-linked carboxyl-co-polyacrylamide showing various intensities. And this is the XCRT spectra of AIG and AIG cross-linked carboxyl-co-acrylamide, which show the amorphous nature. And these are the TGA DTG studies of prepared AIG gum and AIG cross-linked carboxyl-co-acrylamide, which show the thermal stability in prepared polymers. And these are the reaction parameters for the synthesis of AIG cross-linked carboxyl-co-acrylamide polymers. Now, this is the result of diffusion exponent and gel characteristic constant K and various diffusion coefficient for swelling studies of AIG cross-linked carboxyl-co-acrylamide hydrogels. And these are the effect of polyacrylamide and NNMBA on the AIG cross-linked carboxyl-co-polyacrylamide polymer, where in case of NNMBA, when increasing concentration of NNMBA, there's decrease in swelling studies. And these are the effect of pH and temperature of swelling medium. And this is the result of release dynamics of drug from AIG cross-linked carboxyl-co-polyacrylamide, where in case of 2.2, drug release are higher in case of 2.2. This is due to the solubility of drug used moxifloxacin. And these are the result of diffusion exponent and gel characteristic constant K and release kinetic parameter correlation coefficient of different model for release profile of moxifloxacin hydrochloride drug from hydrogel. Their prepared polymer show the Korsmeyer-Pipas model. And these are the result of thrombogenicity, hemolytic potential, antioxidant activity, mucodism test, oxygen permeability, water vapor permeability, microbial penetration, and mechanical properties of polymer. In case of prepared polymer, we have observed the non-hemolytic and non-thromogenic behavior and antioxidant in nature, and permeable to oxygen and water vapor, and impermeable to microbial penetration, which is helpful for bond dressing. Now, conclusion. The composition of polymers has influenced the network structure of hydrogel, which is evident from the result of swelling study of hydrogel. The porous three-dimensional network structure formed after cross-linking swelling studies show that these hydrogel could absorb high volume of bond fluid in relation to their physical dimensions. Results also show that the release of drug occurred slowly and in controlled manner without an initial burst release. The hydrogels show non-hemolytic, non-thrombogenic, antioxidant, and mucoadhesive nature. The prepared hydrogel also permeable to oxygen, water vapor, and impermeable to microbes and mechanically stable. Overall, the result of swelling, drug release, and biomedical properties indicate that these polymer hydrogel can act as a potential material for drug delivery and bond dressing applications. However, further in vivo research is needed to make their use in practical applicability. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful presentation. Dr. Paresh sir, if you want to ask any questions.
Yes, I have the one point is that which are the statistical tool or the program they have used for this particular purpose. There is a statistical programs are being used, like SPSS or anything. Does they have work on a Python, or which way they are coming down to the conclusion? So that basically the statistical tools used are not being clear. Or
Sir,
there?
pardon, please.
Yes, please.
Sir, pardon, please.
Yes, Dr. Kaka Chauhan. The
Yes,
point
yes,
is that you have worked out very nicely, but the point is coming that which particular type of the statistical analytical software you can use it.
yes, sir.
That name is required and the version is being required in any of the research paper to be published,
Yes, sir.
so that someone can replicate the position in some other study.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm not getting your point, sir. Point of question.
My point is that in the any research project, whenever you are coming down to the quantitative parameters like that, you are
Yes, sir.
going to be develop the model.
Yes,
You are
sir.
going to be use the statistical analytical software
Yes, sir.
that is not mentioned by you.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have mentioned. I'm showing you, sir.
See, you have
Did my
just taken.
yes,
Yes, tell me which statistical tool you have used.
yes, sir. Biomedical properties like sir hemolytic potential RBC disruption method and thromogenic behavior by gravimetric method, sir. These are analytical method uh, where I have used blood of goat. By using blood of goat, I have analyzed my probate sample, whether it is uh, hemolytic or non-hemolytic. On the basis of that, we can conclude in our study, sir.
But see, the whenever you are being calculating, you must be using some of the statistical or mathematical software.
Yes, sir.
So,
I have used statistical method and software also, sir. This mucodigital done by sir texture analyzer. That is sir sophisticated method, sir. Texture
okay.
analyzer.
So which version you are using?
Sir.
See, what I know that there the 6 or 7 version having come into picture.
Yes, sir.
So which version has been used by you? So as a researcher, whenever we are coming down to the applicable position, that is
Yes,
one of the fundamental point of the research study.
yes,
Okay.
sir.
Then only the research study can be considered as a enable and valid.
Yes,
So
sir.
in that case, you have to mention the statistical tools and technique you have used it.
Yes, sir.
So without knowing it, it is not practically possible to say that how the things are going to be happen.
Sir, I have mentioned these all method, which is sir recognized, but I forget the version, sir.
You have forgotten the version. See, the agile researcher is something not acceptable point, okay, from
Yes,
my
sir.
view.
Yes, sir.
So what to do in this case?
Sir, I will check out, sir, this.
Okay. Otherwise, I have
Yes.
no point. See, the researcher have to always make sure that he is coming down to the conclusion concern after
Yes, sir.
studying the things in the proper way. So any other researcher can utilize your study in the
Yes, sir.
normal way. So
Yes, sir.
this is the one of the very important point which you are somewhere missing out.
Yes, sir.
So I like to say that you have to be very careful about
Yes,
it.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, our Dr. Jaiko have any question on this?
Hello,
Yes, sir.
presenter.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Congratulations for your presentation, for your study. Finish
Thank you, sir.
study. But I am anticipating. Actually, I am anticipating for the recommendation part. I guess you failed to provide that part, recommendation.
Yes, sir.
So, what will be your recommendation based on the conclusions you provided?
Sir, I have one recommendation, sir. That's in my study, I have used in vitro method, sir. Further,
Okay.
in this study, we can use in vivo research, sir, needed to make their practical applicability, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Practical.
In this area, we can use other method like in vivo research, sir, just like rat model, sir.
Wound dressing applications.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
wound dressing application.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now
Thank
our
you, sir.
next presentation. Manuscript ID is IMCCRT 4057, entitled as Computational Fluid Dynamics in Lead-Driven Cavity Filled with Non-Newtonian Fluids. So I request presenter to please share the screen and unmute. Mr. Majid, are you there? Mr. Majid, are you there? Mr. Majid, can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir, I am there, sir. Wait, sir. Kar. Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, here I am Amish Diki, going to present our computational fluid dynamic fluids.
Five. You can make a full screen presentation, please.
Sir?
You should make a full screen presentation by omitting the left-hand side of the presentation. You remove it. Make it as a full screen presentation.
Please make it full screen. Just click on function F5 and it will be a full screen. Click on function F5. Majid, can you hear me? Hello, Mr. Majid. Mr. Amir has shared the presentation. Mr. Majid,
Yes, sir.
who is going to present, Mr. Amir?
Yes, sir, I'm going to present the presentation.
Okay, so please make it full screen. To make it full screen, you can just click on function F5, which is available on keyboard. Can you see that button? Can you click?
Sir, F9,
F5.
F5. Yes, sir.
After clicking on F5,
Sir, it is
but
been full screen, sir.
no, we can't see it as full screen. We can see the side tabs.
Now it's right.
Mr. Manoj, in case if he is not capable, he can continue it, okay?
Okay, sir.
Because we have no
Mr.
alternative.
Yes, sir. Yes. Mr. Amir, you can continue with your presentation.
Yes, sir. Now it's our topic is computational fluids dynamic lead driven cavity with non-Newtonian fluids. And now, sir, it's our next slide, this author's name. Arka Banerjee sir, Rajiv Ranjan sir, Suraj Pratap, Amir Siddiqui, and Mohammad Majid. And now we have started this slide. Lead-driven cavity flow has been used for benchmarking system because it is simple to use with three boundary condition. Lead-driven cavity flows in famous since 1960. Shown in figures, it is 2D and 3D. And then next, our next slide is to drive the governing equation. Some important assumptions are clarified as follows. Number 1 point, the flow in the square cavity is laminar, incompressible, and unsteady. And the second one is the carrier model is taken for the non-Newtonian fluids. And the third point is mass force is not considered. And then our next slide is in this review paper, Reynolds number is very important because when Reynolds number increases, the influence of the power law index on the flow increase. As the power law index decrease, the flow field become more complicated. And then our next slide is computational fluid dynamic CFD model to predict flow of rheological fluids like a power law viscosity model, Cashon models, and carrier models, etc. This paper is attempting to make an exclusive review on study of lead-driven cavity flow, working with both shear thin and thin fluids. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Amir, is your presentation over?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I would like to ask session chair to ask the question, Dr. Paresh Shah, sir.
Mr. Majid, the very important point is that you have not, I think this is your research proposal, not the research paper. What do you think, sir? It is your research proposal.
Why?
Yes, tell me.
It's not a proposal, sir.
But see, there are no working have been done further. There are no concluding none of the working is there. And during the time of making the presentation, your PPTs were also not being changed. So it is quite difficult to understand that which type of the research methodology you are trying to play, what are going to be the sample size in this particular case. Because whenever there is a two type of the fluids, you are going to be make a dynamic situation study. The sample size should be, sample interval should be known to you, and it should be mentioned. So somewhere you came with a very nice presentation, but during the presentation, we were not capable enough to see any of your slides are moving. I think, Mr. Manoj, I am very clear for that. Mr. Manoj, I was not in a position to see the change in the slide.
You have not seen the slide changing.
Yes. Manoj sir, the same thing is happened to you? I think Manoj is not there. Then I can request my colleague, Jacob ji, to say that, did you see the change in the slide?
Actually, we haven't seen, sir. Sorry to interrupt, Dr. Jericho. Yes, the changes hasn't been done, but I guess Mr. Amir is new in this scenario, and I really appreciate that he has shown the courage to present the art like PPT.
Yes.
So I also advise Amir
Yes,
that whenever you would be doing next presentation, make sure that whenever you are explaining your point, keep on changing the slides so that our session chair can understand, our listener can understand what you want to portray exactly. Dr. Jericho, would you like to ask anything? Dr. Jericho, are you there? I guess Dr. Jericho is not here. So, Dr. Paresh, with your permission, shall I go ahead with
Yes,
the
sir.
next presentation?
Yes, sir. We should go ahead.
Okay, great. So thank you, Amit.
Thank you,
Now,
sir.
yes. Now moving toward our next manuscript ID, and probably the last of this session, because after this session we're gonna start with one-to-one Zoom presentation. So the last manuscript ID is IMCCRT 4052 and paper entitled as Non-Point Source Loads in Yangtze River Basin, a Spatial Simulation. So I would request presenter to share the screen. Thank you. And you can go ahead with your presentation.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So can you hear me?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I introduce for voice and I'm Minh and come from Vietnam. And I'm working in Vietnam's Institute of Meteorology and Hydrology and Climate Change. So today is I'm very glad to meet as professors, the doctor, and everyone in this meeting. And I want to say, I want to share my research on non-pain source. Okay, so the simulations on non-pain source in the Yangtze the River Basin in China. Is a big basin in China because before I studied in China and I take some data from China and now come back to my country, Vietnam, and do this research. And yes, they introduce the research, non-pain source, the pollutions come from many diffuse resource. Sources and the transport of non-pain pollutants relate to sources from human activities and natural factor. So you know, the non-pain source input have the results in large amounts of nitrogen and phosphorus. And so this results, I want to simulations on total nitrogens and phosphorus. And according to the export coefficient model to simulate Yangtze River basins on non-pain load. So the aims of the research have 2 points, and the first special simulation of the factors affecting the non-pain loads, and the second simulation and this is special distribution of non-pain loads after contribution of the non-pain pollutants is estimated. And it means that, and I firstly I estimate non-pain loads in the river basins, and the second I simulated it. So I use the loss of nutrients equation, and in these equations have two factors, important factors, including the precipitation impact factors and torrents impact factor. Because precipitation and torrents factors affect very much to nitrogen because it causes pollutants by waters. So research results the first I simulate precipitation impact factor So from the simulation, I discovered precipitation impact factors value again 0.22 to 1.72, and the second is distribution from western to eastern, and especially almost is distributed respectively of the lowest values and the highest value, and from the western to eastern of the basin, and highest precipitation effect factors value distributes mainly at the eastern of basin, and the lowest precipitation impact factors values located mainly at the western region. Yeah, it is important points I find out. And the second, I simulated the Turing's impact factor, and from the simulations, I discover its value range from 0.85 to 1.1475, and the lowest Turing impact factors vary locations spaced from the eastern to western regions of the basin. And the highest Turing impact factors values distributes mainly at the middle region of the basin, and especially the Turing impact factors values make a deep valley with low values and locus at the middle regions of the basin. And the most important to nitrogen load is the simulated total nitrogen load. So from the simulation, I discovered is the values from 0 to 51.16 kilograms per hectare, and highest value, lowest value, and medium values distributed interspersed from eastern to western of the basin, and highest values distributed in the whole basin, and lowest value focus mainly on the middle regions of the basin. And all those totals nitrogen loss simulation I based on the landing layers and with the edge length digitized, and using Axis software. And next, I simulate total phosphorus load, and on this I find out its values range from 0 to 1.55 kilogram per hectare, and the highest total phosphorus loss value locates at the middle regions and the eastern region of the basin. The western of the basin reveals males as low total phosphorus loss value. It is also my research. I just find out this year. And so the conclusions, precipitation effect factors value 1.22 to 1.772, and Terrence Terrence is from 1 to 1.475, and it is total nitrogen load from the 51.56 kilograms per hectare, and total phosphorus load from the 0 to 1.55 kilograms per hectare, and distribution on the total nitrogen and phosphorus load you can see from the highs and lows values distributed interspacing with each other in the host basin. And in the total phosphorus distribution, the lows of total phosphorus loss distribute varies in the host basin and highest value dominates in the middle region and the eastern region of the basin. And this is very important to simulate precipitation, because I use in the populations method to simulate. So okay, so thank you for attention.
Yes, madam. The very important point is that when you have used the nitrogen and phosphorus is going to be used in your study, and it indicates the higher lower limits. So how it is what is your suggestion with respect to the environmental effect and the benefit to the environment is going to become by this particular changes in the structure level? Yes, Dr. Minha, my point is very clear. Can you just come on that? Because nowadays the environment pollution is the talk of the world, okay, globe. And that nitrogen is basically nowadays people are using or planning to be used as a fuel also. I think you may be more aware than me. So does it going to be support anywhere the particular part of the globe?
This is because I'm a bit busy with office working, so I just do it very. I think it is okay, but I'm doing something, and I think that's the next conference I can share more with you.
Okay, so how do we say that our work is going to be, as a researcher, whatever we are doing, in a multidisciplinary way? Hydrogen and phosphorus is going to be mainly disturbing the environment. Or nitrogen is going to be help out to come to the green economy, green environment, and so. So see, whenever any research done, there should be the purpose that how it is going to be support the society at large. I think this point you are very clear with me. Yes, sir. Madam, tell me.
Can you repeat it?
My point is very clear that you are doing a very good study. I have no objection for that. But the point is that whenever we do it, how it is going to be support the economy or the society at large. Because in the multidisciplinary way, we have to always make sure that we are coming with a proper level.
About economics and social.
Yes.
How to say? I haven't think about that, because this research on environment, environment. Yeah. So because I think that's a non-paying source is a source very complicated. So I want to research it and find out something. This non-paying source only from the and because non-paying sources from many sources, and it depends precipitation and torrents. So I have the research about the social and economy. Because yes, sir.
See, the basic purpose behind your research is not coming to the conclusion that what you plan to do. Any research study which is being financed by some of the authorities and so, considering that in the way of the multidisciplinary, cross-disciplinary, interdisciplinary research, we have to make sure that it should be at nice support to the society in a different way. So does it happening in your way or not?
Maybe because my major is environmental, so I have to think about.
No problem. You can just take the support of your sub-senior, and you can see that in a today's level, in a 21st century, we cannot go ahead with a near time situation. Ultimately, no research organization is going to provide you the fund or the effort if you are not linkaged with the society at night. And that's why if you have seen, if you have heard in the keynote address, I have very categorically mentioned that after the at a postdoctorate level, we are supposed to be combined. There's so many related faculties, and it should be associated with pageant scenario of the globe. So you can give me this point that this issue needs to be do in a better way and make it as a beneficial to the society at large. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Dr. Jayiko, you have any question?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, Dr. Parisha, that was a really interesting query for your research for the presenter. As the presenter needs to have, it must translate. I mean, the research must connect to the contribution of the society. I guess just missing in the part of the presentation that the inputs will be carried on a particular topic. Okay, the connection of research output into the community, into the needs and aspirations of the community. That would be my just input, my key input for this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. And thank you so much, session chair, Dr. Jericho and Dr. Parash Shah, for coming here and giving your valuable time. It's an honor for us that you are a part of our research circle family. And we hope that same kind of cooperation would be there in future as well from your end. Yeah. And before ending this session, I just would like to request everyone to please turn on their videos so that we can just have one or two photos so that we can add it in glimpses of our proceeding part. We're going to add this glimpses section in our proceeding book that we are going to give to everyone after assigning ISBN number. So I request everyone if they can just turn on their videos so that we can just click one or two pics of this, our virtual session. Mr. Padam sir, Ms. Minnathu Niguen ma'am, Rajendra Kumar sir, Orvin's there, Aznida, Ali Nizami ma'am. Please turn on your videos. Mr. Padam, Rajendra Kumar, Orvin Lobitos, Ali Nizami. Thank you, Padam sir.
Sir, namaste.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir.
Okay. So I'm from Nepal, but here is too much cold. It's winter season is going on.
Sir, everywhere is like cold
Okay.
is there. We are in the
Now
north part
every
of
corner,
yeah, yeah.
it is changed.
Okay. Okay.
Environment is changing.
Okay, sir.
And that is why I have specifically talked to the Mintu that whatever research you are doing on the nitrogen parameters and that, you should have to link with the global environment.
Thank you,
Then
Professor.
how you make it beneficial to the society at large. Because now a single way research has no meaning. And very likely the research second have and decided with a multidisciplinary research. Okay. Now Rajendra Kumar is not there, so his photograph may not become. And the Orvin A. Nobitos is also not being seen here.
Yes, yes, not an issue. Rajendra Kumar and Orvin, if you can just turn on your videos, that will be highly appreciable. But meanwhile, I was just clicking the picture so that I can get your natural photos to add in
Nature
our proceeding.
photos with a winter season position on and everything. Okay.
Yes, yes,
That's
sir.
very important.
So I would request everyone to please just show a sign of victory so that I can also click up few more pics.
It's okay.
It's okay, sir?
Yeah, it's fine. Let me click pics. Okay, wonderful.
Thank you.
Then
Well,
just
thank you
forward.
so much.
Then, sir,
Yes,
just
sir.
forward it to our email ID also.
100%, sir. I'll do it.
Sure.
And if you have any queries or doubts to ask, you can just contact to our coordinators team. They will assist you. And certificates, glimpses, proceeding, everything would be shared on your email IDs. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I declare this session as over, and we will
Thank
meet
you.
very soon in our upcoming conferences as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, sir.
Same to you, sir.
Or have a nice night, something whatever.
In some
It's
part
going
of
to be
like
some part
yeah.
of the some of the participants. It may be anyway. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so
Can I leave, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everyone can leave now. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Research Circle. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Jericho.